Hello. This week's Sedra is an exciting one. Dvar Chukat. Chukat has many different ideas in it, many different episodes in the Torah, many well-known mitzvot. The opening mitzvah is the one of the Parah Aduma, the red heifer. These are many interesting ideas, especially the story of Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu being told to talk to the rock and bring water for Bnei Yisrael. In the end, we know Moshe hits the rock, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu decrees that he's no longer going to be able to go into Eretz Yisrael, the land that he was hoping for and dreaming for his entire life. The story has many highs, many lows, many different mitzvot. And this Shabbat afternoon, I can almost promise you, there's nothing better you could be doing with your time than sitting with a chumash and going through the Sedra. One of the points that's not concentrated on so much in this week's Sedra is the passing of Miriam. Miriam was Moshe's sister, the one who raised him, also in her own right a prophetess, one of the greatest people of our history. Miriam, as we know, is most famous for speaking bad about Moshe. A horrible incident where she spoke about Moshe and didn't even really speak derogatorily about him, rather equated him with everybody else. In this week's Sedra, when we read about Miriam's passing, we read about how the well that traveled with Bnei Yisrael, there was an actual well that provided them water in the desert that traveled miraculously with them, is no longer there. The well was in the merit of Miriam, and with her passing, that merit ends. Then we know what happens next is Bnei Yisrael complains vigorously to Moshe, protests in a very disrespectful manner, saying, "Where's our water? Did you bring us to the desert to die? It would be better had we just stayed in Egypt." The question is, why would the Torah mar Miriam's death and her reputation by associating Bnei Yisrael's disrespectful protest to Moshe with her passing? It would be much more befitting of an honor of this righteous woman to have her death played off in a sad way, as we see Aaron's death is, where it talks about Bnei Yisrael mourning his death for 30 days. Why is it when it comes to Miriam, her death is marred by this horrible incident of the protest which leads to Moshe hitting the rock? The answer, I think, can be attributed to Miriam's own actions. Her actions themselves, when she questions Moshe's uniqueness and says to Aaron, "Isn't he just like us? Why is he separating from his wife?" That questioning opened up a Pandora's box of challenges to Moshe's authority and Moshe's greatness. We see it when it comes to the spies then feel comfortable at the ability to be able to say that we shouldn't go into Eretz Yisrael, which then leads to Korach's rebellion, which then leads to the incident in this week's Sedra where Bnei Yisrael didn't have any water. All of these challenges to Moshe's authority, to his uniqueness and his greatness, all stem from the beginning actions of Miriam, where she questions Aaron about Moshe's uniqueness. It was her actions that caused all these rebellious incidences to happen, and therefore her death is marred by yet another act of rebellion by the people against Moshe Rabbeinu. It provides a lesson to us all. Moshe's authority and his greatness were tremendous not only because of who he was, but because of all he did for the nation. Whenever we have individuals that put themselves out, whether it's their time, their efforts, their energies, or their finances for the community, it's very easy for us to take pot shots at them from afar. But we have to be very careful. These people have put a lot into their work in the community, given a lot of themselves. And even if we do question their actions, we have to make sure to do so in a respectful manner. Never, chas v'shalom, speaking lashon hara, slandering, or bringing them down. Miriam didn't learn this lesson, and it's for us to take the lesson of what she suffered for all of us to bring into our own lives. Shabbat shalom.